welcome back to my channel. So glad that you're here again this week to join me for this no-buy journey. Today's video, we're going to be discussing, excuse me, I'm a mascara, my eye was watering. So today we're going to be discussing 5 lies or excuses I tell myself that it's okay to buy things. Because I want to be aware of the things that I do to excuse my shopping, to validate myself for that behavior because it makes me feel good, right? So when we have something that makes us feel good, that makes us feel better, we want to, especially people like myself with addictive personalities, will want to validate. And I feel like it's important for this no-buy year to be successful, for me to be aware of these things and to call myself out on these things. So if that sounds interesting to you, stick around for the rest of this video. If you're looking to join me for my no-buy year, I hope you'll hit that red subscribe button down below. Make sure you hit the bell so you get notified every time I post. And let's get into today's video. The top 5 lies or excuses that I use to buy things. Number 1, it's on sale. Sales. And this is not only the first thing I wrote down, it is the number 1 reason I excuse shopping, because it's on sale. And the reality is, even if it's on sale, it still costs money, right? It's cheaper to not buy it. I don't need it. I don't need to have it. I don't need to have it right now. And if I do need to get it later, I'll probably be able to find it on sale later when I need it, or wait for it to go on sale when I need it, or I'll pay full price for it because then I'll actually need it and it won't just be sitting around in my house waiting for me to need it. It comes, I think, from growing up with not a lot of money and feeling the need to stock up on things, to make sure that I had things for times when there wasn't going to be money around. And it's that scarcity factor, right? And I realize that that's where it comes from. And it's so ironic though, because it really isn't saving you money to do that. Now, I did say in my no-buy rules that I would allow myself to stock up on specific things, but those are consumable items that we use consistently, like laundry items, soap. What else did I put in there? I have to look back on my rules and see what else I wrote, but those are some of the ones like right off the top of my head, and they're very specific and written down. And the reason I'll back up on those are because those are things I don't want to run out of, and they're things that I know that we consistently use and that I'm not switching brands on. There's something that we always use the same, you always always use the same brand on, or I'm not brand specific and I will just use whatever's the cheapest. So if I find it on an amazing sale, I know that I'll use those up within a couple months. But I'm not allowing myself to do that with everything, you know? And I think I needed to allow myself to do some of that because we are in a financial situation where we do need to save a little bit of money, but I think it's a slippery slope and I need to be really careful of that, which is why I went ahead and wrote down those specific items. And if you'd like to see what those specific items are, you can go back to my previous video, my original video on my no-buy year. I'll link that down below, and you can see all the rules that I wrote for myself for this no-buy year. So yeah, being on sale is not a sale. It's not cheaper than not buying it. Not buying it is cheaper. Number 2, which is again, not only the second thing I wrote down, but definitely the top 2, in the top 2 reasons, is I am a completionist. I need to complete my collection. I don't have all those colors. I don't have every single one of those superheroes for my kids' collection of Imaginext toys and things like that. And I use that as a real thing. I went on eBay to buy some because they weren't in store anymore, because they needed to have every single superhero, right? which is so ridiculous because they don't really need to have every single superhero. I didn't have every single superhero in my toys when I was little. There's something about it that feels so cathartic to complete something, right? It's just, it's this need in me. And this is definitely something to talk about in therapy with my therapist and really dive into more. But yeah, I really recognize that I am a completionist, and I really love that feeling of completing a set, and I cannot allow myself to do that because I don't need 26 lipsticks of the same formula in every single color that don't even work for my skin tone. And I wish that was just an example, but I literally own every single color of the 100% pure matte lipsticks, and I rarely wear them. I wear my Fit Glow lipstick or lip glosses that I'm wearing right now a lot more, and it was so tempting at the end of the year, this year before I did my no-buy year, to buy the few colors that came out at the end of the year. Actually all of last year I didn't buy any Fit Glow lip serums last year. They're quite expensive, and there were so many times that they went on sale, and it was so tempting. I did allow myself to buy a couple on Black Friday as part of my budget. But I didn't allow myself to buy beyond, and I only picked the two that I actually wanted that I knew would go with my skin tone, and it was hard. It's still hard. I look at my collection and I'm like, oh, I wish I could complete it, and I don't. I need to dive into why I have this need to complete the kit, the set, whatever of things, and let that go. That's a work in progress, but I'm aware of it now, and I am not going to allow it as an excuse for myself to buy more of something I don't need. Number 3, it will improve my life. This is going to make me better. I am going to get this pair of pants, and I am going to do my yoga practice every day because this is the best pair of yoga pants. It's going to inspire me, and I know that's not true. I bought a jump rope last year thinking I would get more cardio in my life. I used it once, haven't used it again, and I love jump roping. But I hadn't put in place the things that I needed to commit myself to doing more cardio. Just buying a jump rope was not enough. And that is whole nother journey of my physical fitness and getting back into doing more physical fitness this next year, but movement for my body that feels good. And I've been walking and things like that, and it was really tempting to want to get a treadmill and think like, oh, now if I have a treadmill, especially with like all the gyms and stuff being closed in the last couple years, and then I'll walk more. And it's like, well, you're not walking now. You have perfectly good neighborhood to go walk outside on the sidewalks. You're not walking now. Why is a treadmill going to make you walk? I mean, that's so ridiculous. So to think that something can complete me or create a drive in me to do something is a little crazy. Maybe I could reward myself with it. If I walked every day for a year, then maybe I could, buy a treadmill. But I don't think that's a good reason to do it either. I'm walking, so why would I need? Now I don't need the treadmill, right? Why would I buy myself a treadmill unless I genuinely needed it because of where I lived and I couldn't go walking, or so many multitudes of reasons. But I think we get sold by, other people in our lives and influencers on social media and commercials and corporations that there's things that can fix our lives, that we can purchase to fix our lives. And it's just not true. And just needing to accept that and remind myself of that, and reminding myself that I'm whole already and that I just need to sit and remember that wholeness. Number 4 reason is, it's not for me. It's for my kids. It's for my friend. It's for my partner. Oh, it's for my cat. And I'm sorry, my cat is over here grooming herself. So I apologize if you can hear her licking in the video. I really do. Maybe at the end of the video I can show you her. She's a beautiful Norwegian forest cat. I love her so much. She's made quite a few appearances in my previous videos. But anyways, so it's not for me. It's for somebody else, I think that is a huge lie I tell myself quite often, you know. And not to say that my kids don't need things. They do need things. But like if I'm buying them toys, they don't need them. If I'm buying them, you know, like for example, me and my partner were at Target the other day. I was picking up a couple of groceries, and those cute little, my youngest son 6 is obsessed with elephants, and they had this cute little wooden elephant bank, and it was on clearance, so it was on sale, and it wasn't for me, it was for him, and he loves elephants. And I just like, I looked at it and I just felt that yearning and that desire, and I let myself feel that, and I touched it, and I dreamt about it, and I thought of all the things that it would bring me, all the joy and excitement it would bring on his face. And then I thought of 5 seconds later how it would be on the floor and he wouldn't care about it anymore. And I put it back on the shelf and I said, wait, we're doing a no buy year anyways, you know, no buy year. So I don't know if I wasn't doing a no buy year if I would have put that elephant back, to be honest. So these are the things I'm wanting to retrain in my brain this year. Number 5, because I've earned it. So this goes back to me and the treadmill. Like I could reward myself if I walked 365 days, then I could reward myself with a treadmill. No, let's look at it logically. Like, are we buying something because we genuinely want it in our lives? Or are we using other excuses like I've earned it, you know? We've all earned something. We all deserve so much in our lives, but physical things don't complete us, as I said, you know, they don't complete us. And I think it's the joy. I think it's the joy and the excitement that I feel like I've earned, that joy and that excitement in my life. And I just need to find that joy and that excitement and that contentment elsewhere, you know, with the things I already have and not in other things, not rewarding myself. I could paint my nails to feel better. I could take a bath. You know, there's so many other things that I could do. I could go for a walk. I could spend an afternoon by myself. There's so many things I could do that give me that joy that I've earned. But I think, you know, especially when life gets tough and you really spend a lot of time in the survival mode, which I tended to do most of my adult life, you start to feel like you need something, you earned something. And I'm trying to move more into that thriving of my life, so I don't feel that need to earn something. I feel content with what I have. And so that's what I really want to strive towards, instead of feeling like I've earned something and that I am. But I have earned something. It's not shopping. It's not shopping. It's not what I want. I don't want to earn myself debt. I don't want to earn myself spending my hard-earned money on things that I don't actually want or need in my life, just to feel that serotonin, you know, and that that serotonin and that dopamine, that, I'm so excited, something new feeling. I don't want to buy that. I don't want to buy that. I don't want to buy those. I want to find those in what I already have. So those are the top 5 lies and excuses I use to allow myself to buy things. Let me know down in the comments what excuses you tell yourself that it's okay to buy things. I would love to meet you there. Until next time, peace. Say hi, Mins. You guys hear that? Let's see if I can get all of her in the camera. She's very large. Mittens, say hi. She's camera shy. Hello. And yes, that was an eyelash on my face, my whole video. You're welcome.